hopefully this should be the PC Engine that I ordered just over a couple of weeks ago from Japan. I will leave a link to the shop in the description of this video, just in case any of you fancy checking it out and maybe picking yourself one up if you're looking for a PC Engine at the time. So let's unbox this and find out what we've got here. So let's get my trusty scalpel blade out. Okay, oh well, it's well packaged. Can't remember the guy's name or the shop's name off the top of my head now, but you know, selling a lot of good Japanese stuff. And I tell you what, one of the reasons why I picked up the PC Engine is because back in the day it was one of the consoles I never owned, and that's what I decided. I decided I was going to go back and maybe collect the consoles, or start collecting the consoles that I never owned, and explore the libraries on those games. Because even with the emulation, I haven't really explored these systems that much. And I always remember back in, what was it, 1988, when I used to collect Computer and Video Games magazine. They had Fighting Street, or Street Fighter 1 basically, in it, and they showed you the PC Engine with the CD-ROM 2 attachment, and the graphics at the time. When Street Fighter 1 was around, I mean, I know nowadays it's not a particularly great game, but at the time it was the first game to use 6 buttons and special moves and really big sprites and characters. It was just, you know, it just looked like a really good game at the time. And the PC Engine has always been on my radar, but never really delved into it. And I had a few friends back in the mid-90s who had some PC Engine. So anyway, I'm waffling again, but let's see what we got here. So I'm going to grab this one first, which I imagine is probably a joypad. Looks like a joypad of some description. Could be talking. Well, looks like it's both the joypads. Okay, so we got 2 joypads here. Yeah, they're looking in fairly good condition. Bit scuffed on the old shiny plastic bit, but oh, that's another thing I remember hearing about the PC Engine, is that the cables are really short. Let's see. I don't know whether I'll be able to get that on camera, but that looks, you know, that's about 1 meter long, I think. It's about 1 meter. I can't really get it on the camera, but yeah, it's probably just over 1 meter long, so that's pretty short, considering most people sit at least 20 foot away from their telly these days. But so yeah, there's the two control pads. The D-pads feel a bit iffy, the D-pads. I'm not sure. We'll see. I may have to get myself some kind of stick. Yeah, they're both pretty much the same. Same deal there. Okay, so that's the joypads anyway. So they look good. What's under here? So I managed to get a multi-tap with it as well, because of course the PC Engine only has the one port on it apparently. So this came with it, which I hope works, because I'm looking forward to getting Bomberman 93 or 94 perhaps, and getting some friends around to do some multiplayer on that, because that's one of my favourite retro games of all time, to be honest. So multi-tap, that's good. I don't want to go to the PC Engine straight away, so this is obviously just the AV cable. Wow, that's huge. But yeah, that all looks good. Actually, that looks original. That looks well worn in. That's probably the original cable that came with it, perhaps. So there's the cable, the AV cable. We'll leave the games till last, I think. So this should be the power supply. Let's see if it's... Oh, it looks like the original NEC power supply, actually. Yeah. What is that? That's... yeah, it is the 9 volts. I don't know whether that's going to be picked up very well on the camera. I don't know whether that's going to focus. You may be able to see that. So yeah, that's the power cable. Now, oh, the pin's a little bit bent there though. That's a little bit worrying, because I did prepare for this before this arrived. I was waiting for this to arrive, and I thought, well, I've heard that the Mega Drive 1 Mega Drive 1 power supply will work with this console, but I didn't want to risk it, so I went and got myself a step down converter, basically, which I've never bothered with a step down converter before, because I've always just modded my consoles to run, you know, Japanese games or import games, basically. So right, so that's the power supply there. Let's go for the PC Engine console itself next. That looks like a Hue card stuck to there suspiciously. Oh, it's got a game in there as well, by the looks of it. No, I couldn't really see what games were part of this deal. I spotted one immediately, which I knew I was going to want to play, and that's Pac-Land. So that looks like some kind of motorcycle game. Again, I need to take Japanese lessons, so if anyone knows what that is, stick it in the comment section. If they know the English translation, I don't know whether the camera's going to zoom in on that. No, I don't think it's going to autofocus. Maybe if I pull it back a little bit. Yeah, there you go. So there's that game. So there's one game there. But anyway, let's have a look at the PC Engine itself. Look at the that looks in pretty good nick, actually. That looks got the core graphics, by the way, because I've heard that the white consoles only have the RF out, which is diabolical, especially if you've only got a flat screen telly these days. So that's the core graphics. I prefer the black, you know, well, the grey. It's grey, isn't it? I guess it look, you know, I guess people say it's black, but it is grey, a nice sort of charcoal grey. So I like that. And yeah, it looks in good nick. Only minor scuffs on the bottom, which isn't really something to worry about. It's the top really that I care about, and the top looks in good nick. So very pleased with that. All the connectors look nice and clean. Yeah, the connectors look good. So yeah, the connector's good there, and the connector on the that, I'm guessing that's the AV connector. And it's got the extension bus cover as well, so that's complete by the looks of it to me. Power button there, so that's good. Pleased with that. Let's get some of this guff out of the way. So now we're getting down. Hang on. Let's just get these out of here. I do find it amusing sometimes what they may have packaged these games with. Yeah, nothing spectacularly interesting. Just actually, I did because I bought a few other PC Engine games recently. I did get a lovely. Actually, let's leave that till later. I'll show you those later. But yeah, Japan You Want basically is the name of the eBayer that I got that game from, and they send you a nice little insert, basically thanking you for your custom. They gave me this little Kirby sticker. I don't know if you can see that, but I just thought that was a nice touch. It's nice when a company, you know, puts in that little bit of extra effort to you know, satisfy their customers. But anyway, right, let's get back to the unboxing here, because I'm waffling on about other stuff. Okay, so let's go through the loose Hue cards at first. Again, okay, I have no idea. That's a Namco game. Is that zooming in? I don't know what that is, actually. No, do not know what that one is. I'm pretty poor with the Japanese titles, but again, I will pick this up as I go along. So that's the racing game we looked at earlier, and then that's that interesting looking one. I'm not sure what that is. I'll leave that one till last. This looks like a baseball game by the looks of it. I like baseball games, so I don't know if that's, you can zoom that in there. I think that camera's picking that up, hopefully. But it looks like some sort of baseball game, so that'd be fun. I always like baseball games. Oh, now what is this? This could be. This is a Taito game, so this could be a conversion from one of those old arcade wrestling games from like the early 90s, I reckon. Oh God, the name escapes me now, but I'm sure once we get the system powered on and it all works, fingers crossed, we'll be able to see that in action. So that's a wrestling game now. Well, this looks absolutely mental. No idea what this is. Again, this is a Hudson Soft game, volume 8. I guess all I've got to do really is look at what volume the game is and find out what the English name is for it really. But there we go, volume 8, whatever that is, some kind of wacky racing game perhaps. It's got UU on the number plate, so no idea. I'm going to save that one till last. Hang on, there's one here that's inside some strange paper packaging here. I don't know if you can see that. I don't know whether this is something that's extra special or it's just, I'm going to have to use this, don't want to damage it. Let's just get that open here without cutting my wrists. There we go. Oh, it's 2 cue cards. Oh, right, cool. So Gunhead. Well, I know what that is. So that's good. Got Gunhead, one of the shoot 'em ups, one of the many shoot 'em ups that come on the PC Engine. As we all know, it's or some of you may know, it's a big system for shoot 'em up fans. So that should be good. And then second to last on the hue cards only, without the cases, we have something Tiger. What does that look like? That obviously looks like a helicopter and some kind of lizards and shit in the background. I have absolutely no idea what that is. It's a 1989 game. I'm wondering, I don't think it could be Tiger Heli, but I don't know, we'll have a look, we'll find out what that is basically. We'll find out what that is. So let's bung that there. And then last but not means least, this is the game that caught my eye. I've always loved this game, and you should too. Pac-Land. It's fantastic, this game. I absolutely love Pac-Land. The theme tune, everything, it's just brilliant. You know, for me it's better than Mario. A lot of people will say whatever, but Pac-Land is just brilliant. The theme tune, everything. I just love this game, so that's probably the first one I'm going to put on, actually, to be honest. So there's Pac-Land, and then we've got a couple of games in cartridges, in the jewel cases. Which one should we look at first, because they do look kind of obscure and, well, no idea. This one's a little bit beaten up. Sorry if I'm not getting this in the camera properly for you. Any kind of, this one's got volume 10 written on it. This looks like some kind of board game, maybe, I don't know, could even be dominoes, who knows, a blugger knows. But anyway, it looks interesting. I mean, you know, you don't really get any screenshots. I mean, do you get them inside the actual booklet? I don't know, let's have a look. Let's have a look at the booklet. I mean, I don't know if you're going to be able to see that there. But, it's not giving much away. Oh yeah, this looks like some kind of Mahjong type of game. Okay, well that's not going to be something for me, so this is probably something I will sell on. But then again, you know, when you get stuff in a bundle, it's always when you don't know much about a system and you're trying to educate yourself about it, you know, you're always going to make mistakes. So this is possibly one of those instances where I won't be too interested in it. But you know, looks in good nick. It's still got the plastic sleeve for the card, so I will check it anyway just to make sure it's all working. And the inside of the case looks alright, but the jewel case has got a few cracks there. But I can always get some shitty music CD that I don't listen to anymore and swap that over and make it look a bit more presentable. So there's that game. And then finally, volume 22. I'd imagine this is some kind of platformer. Well, cute characters, blah de blah. I don't know. Let's have a look inside again. Again, the hue card's got its plastic insert, and it all looks nice and clean inside there. Oh, that's a game I definitely want to pick up. Is it PC Kid? I think it's called PC Kid, or Bonk's Adventure in the US, I think it's called. But I know that for a fact. That's one of the games I definitely do want to pick up. Let's have a quick scan through the pamphlet actually whilst we're here. Let's try and get that light shine out of the way for you. This looks suspiciously like an RPG perhaps. I don't know whether you can see those screenshots there. No, they're a bit small, I can't really tell. It looks like an RPG of some description. Yeah, there you can see that. I don't know if you can see that screenshot very clearly or not, but that looks like some sort of RPG. Again, I need to research what these games are and find out what their names are. Just some more interesting little bits of artwork there, which is quite cool. But yeah. Anyway, so not a bad haul. In that lot in total came to £82 delivered, which is I think that's a bargain. Well, what have we got here then? Let's take stock of what we got here. So we got two games in dual cases, maybe not the best games in the world, but then we've got Pac-Land. And then that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 games. We got the multi-tap, two official joypads, the actual PC engine itself. Let's send this out the way. AV cable, and the power supply.